Hello everyone! Welcome to the fifth module of the Introduction to Heritage Interpretation course with me, Teguh, Amor, Patria. This module covers Program Preparation Part 1. Hence, you will focus on how to understand tour audience for your interpretive program. First, we need to understand that every audience is unique, and each group of unique individuals has its own attributes. Therefore, we should be interested in knowing them and why they have chosen to come to our program. An interpretive audience is like a phone call. Assume we know who's listening to us or launch into a story that makes perfect sense to us, but start at a level of knowledge unfamiliar to the audience. We may completely misread their interest level or prior knowledge. According to NAI, there are 5 types of audience groups. They are explorers, are curiosity-driven and seeking to learn more about whatever they might encounter at the institution, might spend more time and get more involved, potential volunteers. Facilitators focus primarily on sharing the experience with others. Parents and grandparents bringing children, locals bringing friends from out of town. Professional or hobbies feel a close tie between the institution's content and their professional or hobbyist passions. They might enjoy going behind the scenes and are usually quite knowledgeable about the subject. Experience seekers primarily get satisfaction from the fact of visiting the important site. They often want a photo taken of the guest with a resource behind him or her. Spiritual recharge, primarily seeking a contemplative and/or restorative experiences. They may want to just sit or walk and enjoy without interpretive signs or messages. Before deciding which audience group to address, market surveys can be done, and they are important sources of information because they give us an overall sense of what people want. Also, when the audience is in front of you, you have a golden opportunity to learn from your guests. In some settings, you may need to find out who speaks your language. It is also good to know what people need based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow separated needs into 2 groups: basic needs, which include physiological, safety, security, and growth needs, which includes love and belonging, self-esteem, and self-actualization. Maslow's hierarchy of need is important as it helps people reach self-actualization so they have what Maslow called a peak experience, if possible, which means making emotional connections with the resource that will last a lifetime and bring them back to similar experiences. It's usually easy to determine what your audiences need, but not easy to determine what your audience wants. Here are some tips to know what people want. Take a look at some basic marketing concepts of supply and demand. You supply a program, but the visitor holds the key to the demand, which is the desire and the ability to pay for what is being supplied. Sometimes, the best approach is a combination of resource-driven and market-driven. You can ask for and begin to craft your programs in such a way that they deliver the stories that the audience is truly interested in, rather than what personally interests you. We need to know there are several types of audience, which include explorers, facilitators, professionals or hobbyists, experience seekers, and spiritual rechargers. In planning for effective interpretive program, we need to understand what our audience wants and needs. I hope you have learned a new thing from this video about how to understand your audience. See you in the next module, everyone.